brujas, and welcome back to my channel. As usual, it's your girl Moki, aiding you on your spiritual journey, one pastel post at a time. And hello, we are here for the long-awaited, updated money bowl video. I posted a picture of my money bowl on Instagram last week, I want to say, and I posted in my stories if I should do an updated video because I posted a video about it last year and I just watched it for reference, and there's a lot of things that I would like to change. So shout out to y'all for suggesting this video. I also had you guys ask some questions so I can answer them. So this is my current state of my money bowl. I'm gonna answer some questions. Tonight is the full moon when I'm recording this, so we're gonna give her a refresh and then I'll be able to show you everything that's inside. But I'm not going to answer the questions like, tell you the question and answer them like that, but I already have them all written down over here, so I'm gonna just go with the flow and I will answer everybody's question throughout the video. So here we have, I mentioned this in the post, that the bowl is overflowing. I have things spilling out of the bowl, and that is because that is how you want your abundance to be. So don't be afraid to have, you guys already know the deal with my wiggly tripod. Don't be afraid to have things busting out the top, overflowing. I'm gonna actually remove this because you see this is kind of dried all the way. So don't be afraid to do that. Another question was, does it have to be secretive? Do I have to hide it? No, I have mine on my bookshelf on my altar. I did mention in my last video that this is not something that everyone should touch. This is something that should be yours. Before I start into this video, please excuse the band-aid. If you didn't see on my Instagram, I injured myself. So I didn't want anybody to be like, what is going on? But that is what happened. So moving on. This should be something personal. Don't be afraid to take money out of it. It doesn't have to be like a savings thing. It's not an offering. It's kind of a give and take. So if you take stuff, put stuff in, take stuff out, be comfortable, it kind of like perpetuates that theory that I tell you. If you put money into things and not hoard it, you will reap the benefits and money will keep flowing to you. So if you need quarters to do laundry, which is what I'm infamous for going in here for, don't be afraid to take them out. I'm sorry if you hear yelling, Kai is playing the game, but if you need money out of here, you need change, you need whatever, don't be afraid to take it out. It's not a savings account. It's not an offering bowl for spirit. Just, when you take the money out, thank spirit for keeping this money for you and allowing money to keep flowing towards you, and, just say your gratitudes and move forward. Now, we have a lot of dried herbs. Now, sometimes I just put whatever in here. These are forget-me-nots. I tend to put these on my altar a lot. They obviously I was gonna say resemble. That is not the word I need. They represent remembering things, obviously, forget-me-nots. So when I forget to refresh my bowl, sometimes I put these in here not only for me but for spirit to say, hey, I'm sorry that I didn't refresh my bowl for a while, don't forget me. So these still look relatively good. And then colors, since we have the rose here, use yellow, green, copper, colors of that nature. People were asking me, does it have to be a glass bowl? No. If you don't want to use a glass bowl, you can use a ceramic bowl. It doesn't even have to be a fish bowl like this. It could be a regular bowl. I just bought this at Dollar Tree and used this, and then I used my Cricut to put the dollar signs on both sides. I think I showed that in the last video. If you want to check out the first video, it will be linked in the description. But yeah, so you can buy a ceramic bowl, you can buy a copper bowl. If you're going to use a ceramic bowl that's not clear, well, obviously it wouldn't be clear. If you're going to use a ceramic bowl, I would recommend using a yellow, green, you can even use brown to symbolize the copper of money. I would use white to, white is always good. If you don't have anything else, use white. because white is purity. White is just the beginning of fresh start, and that's always good. But I recommend yellow, green, white, copper, brown if you're not going to use a clear bowl. Now we'll get into crystals in a minute, so I don't want to talk too much about this. This is also eucalyptus. These are just things that I felt called to put in there. I will talk more about herbs specifically for money as I refresh them, but I just wanted to go in and show you. I'm also going to show you how I set up my money bowl. So the reason that this cloth is in here, that I mentioned this in my last video as well, is so that it kind of establishes this sort of privacy as to what is in here. So let's just say sometimes, right now I know it's probably just a lot of change, but sometimes I have bills in here, and when you have it displayed somewhere that everyone can see, you don't always want everyone to know how many bills are in here, how much money is in here, and you want to kind of keep it personal. So boom, we have our fresh bowl. Let's talk about the crystals we have in here. I keep amethyst in my bowl because protection. I like to keep it protected. I wish I could tell you why this amazonite was in here. I don't think it's supposed to be in here. We're gonna move this over, and then of course we have the utmost amount of citrine. And then we have clear quartz in here to amplify it, and then we also have bits of selenite just to keep the bowl clean and cleansed. Well, I'm gonna show you how I clean it before I put everything back. But these are all the types of crystals I use in here. You can also put pyrite. I've had green adventurine in here at one point. Maybe that's why that amazonite is in there. Maybe I thought it was my green adventurine, but I keep green adventurine in there. I think I already said selenite. What's another big one? Pyrite. I think that's pretty much all I use for money. If you have any other crystals to recommend for money, please comment them down below. I would also recommend tiger's eye to put in here. That's another good one. I used to have it, but I think I took it out because I'm looking at it on my altar right now, and I think that's the piece. But we're gonna put this piece of pyrite in here too. So as you can see, we have a whole bunch of coins in here. Now this is the difficult part. When I refresh my bowl, I like to take out all of the old herbs. This is not necessary, and I don't do it every time, but I try to take out the coins as much as possible. Like I said, it's okay for a few pieces. Make it through. Now while I do this, I'm going to answer some more questions. How can you keep the energy in your money bowl going? Go ahead and let's just say, you don't have coins or bills or any money to add to it that week. You can always add more herbs to it. So a lot of times Kai will bring flowers for his saints, or he'll bring me flowers, and when they start to dry out, I will put them in the money bowl just as like a thank you. I use flowers a lot in my offerings for my spirits. So like I said, don't get too caught up in if there's some old herbs in here, because we're gonna add some fresh ones anyway. So you can add herbs. You can also add essential oils. Sometimes I put a dab on each corner of this cloth. You can use lemon. You can use mint, chamomile, calendula oil is another good one. You can also use any sort of citrus. I know I said lemon, but orange, grapefruit, any of the citrus oils really work well for money. So you can see I have dried lemons in here because citrus is great for bringing money. I also have jasmine in here. It's kind of like bunched up at this point and not really any petals, but it's in here. So now that I've got all of the money separated, I'm going to go ahead and empty out these herbs. So not only is this video going to be me explaining a money bowl, I'm also going to show you, once you've established it, how you can go about refreshing it. So you want to take out all of the old herbs every once in a while. I try to do it every new moon and full moon. Most of the time it ends up being on the full moon, but whenever you feel like it and you have the time, go ahead and give it a little refresh. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump these out. Give me a second. I'm gonna put them in this little bin here so I can use them for something else. And we're back. So we have a empty cloth here. Bada boom. So where do we start? We start with the bowl, okay? Whether you are, I'm sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? Starting a new bowl or not, you want to cleanse it. Because I've already established this bowl, I'm not going to cleanse it out right now. I don't feel called to do that, but you can use Palo Santo, sage, and put the smoke, put it like this, burn it upside down. I did that in the original video if you want to see a video of it, and let the smoke fill the bowl and then turn it upside down and put your things inside. Or if you want to use Florida water, or take a little bit of water, put a couple drops of essential oil like the ones I mentioned earlier, and just wipe out the inside, which actually is what I'm gonna do because I already have some water that has citrus oil in it because I just wiped down my whole office with it for the new moon, for the full moon. So boom, we'll cleanse it that way this time. Just give it a nice wipe down. Now it smells lemony. So I'm gonna put this back over here for a quick second. And actually, before we get into this, I like to take my crystals and put them at the bottom before I put the cloth in. So I'm just putting the citrine at the bottom. I'm gonna put this clear quartz in the center. Put this last citrine over here. Oh, there's one more. And I will keep those little pieces to put inside. So now we've got the crystals in the bottom. Then you can take your cloth. The cloth is optional, like I said, but if you're using a glass bowl and you want to have a little more privacy, it's definitely a good option. So I just like to stuff it in. And then boom, you've got a base. So now that you've got this, where do you start? Now I'm gonna take the eucalyptus that I had in there originally, but I'm going to crush it up and put it in the bowl like that. You're just gonna crush, crush, crush. There you go. So boom, that's how we start that. Now that I've got all of that eucalyptus in there, I'm going to take these herbs that I have in this little selenite bowl that I had charging overnight at the very beginning of the full moon. This is not a necessary step. This is completely optional. You could just use the herbs. And in here I have lemon, rosemary, mint, more eucalyptus, bay leaves, and I believe, yes, that is it. Oh, and calendula at the bottom. So we're just gonna dump it all in. Then I'm gonna take my 2 amethysts and stuff those inside. Ask Spirit to protect this bowl and keep it safe. Then I'm going to take some whole lemon slices. You can buy dried lemon slices on Amazon. That's where I got these from. I will link them down below for you. I just stick them in. You can kind of see what's going on inside there. Boom. Now let's take all of the coins and put them back in there. And when you put them in there, you want to, if you're setting the bowl for the first time, ask Spirit to bring you abundance, prosperity, work, keep money flowing towards you in this space. Once you've got all of that in there, what I like to do is take this part of the fabric and stick it back in. And then give it all a shake. Not too bad because it's glass. This is another way to get the energy flowing. If you notice that money is becoming stagnant and the energy around your finances isn't moving, come and give your money bowl a shake. Get that money flowing and growing again. And then I stick a piece of clear quartz. It's this point. They're also known as abundance points. Hello, I actually mined this one by myself on my birthday with Kai. So I stick this one in the top to bring more abundance and prosperity. If you hear that in the background, it's the dogs playing. I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna stick these forget-me-nots back because I still go with your gut and put whatever you want in there, wherever you feel called. Put that pyrite and the selenite back in. And it's just not overflowing enough for me. So I'm gonna fill the rest of it with these lemons. Boom. All done. Easy, simple, quick. Like I said, you can use whatever you have on hand. If you don't have any air quotes witchy herbs in anything, you can just keep it simple by just using a bowl, putting your coins in, and setting your intention. You can also use lemons that you can get at your local grocery store and just about anywhere else. You can also find basil and all of these simple herbs, basil, rosemary, in your supermarket. You can dry them out or put them fresh in your bowl. It's very simple, easy, like I said, completely customizable and up to you. So if you want to make it match your aesthetic and your space, definitely take the opportunity to do that. And if you have any more questions, comment them down below because I will reply to every single one of my comments. So thank you all for watching. I hope you do your own money bowl. If you do, take a picture of it and tag it me on Instagram at @pastel_bruja. I would love to see everybody's bowls. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial slash updated slash how to refresh your money bowl video. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I promise I'll be bringing more witchy tutorials your way. So as usual, stay beautiful, keep shining, and I will see y'all in my next video.